I know how happy is my child and how happy I am. So that is actually what pleased me the most.
We don't like each other. Tanzania police, that's not fair. If you are a boss, you know me, sometimes they visit me in my home.
Yeah.
Tanzania police, actually, the bosses this side.
Yes.
Sometimes they join with these bosses here and they come and visit me.
Yeah.
We don't like each other. We like to taking advantage of each other. So that we need to really push the idea of loving each other. I'm very open to the idea that you are just human.
I worship my God who owns the entire everything of gold, diamond, and everything. So why should I build a small little house just for the sake of no? Go big or go home.
Unstoppable here, unstoppable. Because you can do it. You can do it. This one talking here, making a little big noise, not just a little, a lot of noise.
Unstoppable, 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 unstoppable. Run away a train, unstoppable. Run away a train. Everything sends to me rain. Unstoppable, run away a train. Everything sends to me rain.
Unstoppable, run away a train. Everything sends every lane.
Unstoppable, unstoppable, unstoppable. Energy. Energy. Runaway bride is unstoppable. Rosio Cabrera is feeling herself, guys. She has new energy. She has new energy. It's me. I am here to talk about, a few things. A few of you have been reaching out to me, wanting to know about my travels and tips on how to travel, because I am a traveler. You also want advice on how to escape from a man who abuses you. You also want to know advice. By the way, that was one of the most requested questions from everyone. They all wanted to know how I escaped Kenya from an abusive husband. And also people want to know how I travel with a child, and a whole lot of things. Many of you are asking me about, like, traveling solo before I became a mom. So I want to discuss all of that with each and every one of you, because guess what? We're unstoppable, ladies. We're unstoppable. We have to go. We can't allow anything to keep us down. No matter how badly they talk about us, no matter how broke I am, if I'm not getting child support, they can't stop us, ladies. Let's go. Guys, hola, ¿cómo estás? Hola, hello everyone. How are you? Welcome back to my channel. No, it's not Madam Parasite, okay? It's Mzungu Pebbles. Thank you for stopping by today. Happy Saturday. Well, Rosio gave me a good laugh today. Madam Parasite will be having 10 episodes on her podcast. And I'm pretty sure it will be 10 boring episodes, because Rosio, how many times have I told you that if Mototo is not involved in your videos, no one will be interested in watching you? You don't believe me? Watch and see. I think she is trying to reinvent herself, okay? Her dress code, the long sleeve with the button up all the way up here. She's no longer showing her twins, snakes, her cross. She's no longer showing all those things on her body. Now she just wants to show us what? Mother Teresa. Please hit the like button as usual, and let's talk about it in the comment section as always. It's a pleasure having each and every one of you here, and thank you all for supporting me. Well, Madam Parasite came out today to do a video, and I'm like, why not, Mazungu? Mazungu Pebbles, come out here and do a reaction because she gave you content. Well, really, I was not away because I didn't have content. There's a lot of content trending. There's non-stop drama in that village. So anyway, I'm here today to talk about Madam Parasite. On our plate we have her, we have Marwa, and we have Dee Wango. Three very, very important people I have on my plate today. So let's get into it. And you guys better watch this video. Watch all the ads, okay? Give me the views. Give me a reason to want to come back. Because if I'm not getting views and if I'm not getting paid to be here, I would not want to come back, okay? So as you guys saw earlier in the clip before I had to cut it and attend to some other business, that Rosio came out with a video and she said she will be doing 10 episodes of Women Talk because there are people asking her to do all these, you know, pep talk, and there are people who can relate to her and what she's going through. And of course we have seen her and she's changed. She's trying to reinvent herself. I think that's what she's trying to do. Well, it's one of the reasons why I'm wearing these glasses, because she came out with glasses and she was like Miss Mary Magdalene as usual without the Bible. She's all covered up. You can't see her tattoo and you can't see her snake, and she's just Miss Proper sitting there. Oh, I want to tell you guys about my travels, and I realize that so many of you love the different things that is happening in my life, okay? And you guys are asking me for advice. Advice about different things that is happening, and advice about, you know, things that you women, especially you women who watches me, can relate to. The 5 of you, yes, Rosio, because I told you if you don't bring my Toto out, nobody will want to watch you. You're not listening to me. So you're coming out with a 10 episode podcast on what? What are you going to talk about? Well, these are some of the things that she says that people are asking her to talk about. I don't believe a word of it. I think she just made these things up because she wants to have something to come out here and discuss. No one, and I mean no one, will want to take advice from Rosio. Like, who is Rosio for somebody to take advice from? You have made so many stupid mistakes in your life. Who would want to take advice from Rosio? Please tell me so I could slap you in your face. She said people want to know the way she lives life and make life decisions. People want to know about her purpose and her dreams of traveling. Who wants to know about Rosio's life decisions? We have already seen that she has made bad life decisions all her life. What else do you want her to tell you? Come on. Are you kidding me? Which one of you women ask Rosio these questions about solo traveling, stepping out of a relationship? She said this is the biggest one that people ask her the most questions about, that they want her. This is the most requests she has received from people, you know, wanting her to explain how can they step out of a relationship. You all really need somebody to tell you how to step out of a bad relationship. Some of you need mental health help, okay? Rosio, where is BetterHelp? Send them the number, because I can't believe somebody would ask you that question. They want to know about decision making, being intentional, pursuing your dreams, living by purpose, standing with principle, and being authentic. Those are some of the things that she is going to discuss with her girls, her baes, who have been supporting her and watching her through this journey. And it's very important that she discuss these things with these people.
Special series of videos / podcasts where I'm going to be discussing within 10 episodes different things about life that matters a lot for my girls out there. Turns out that after receiving a message, and not for the first time, of one of you literally asking me for advice in a situation of their life, it really clicked on me the fact that I realized that I inspire many of you, especially women, without even noticing, just by the way that I live life, by the way that I make my life decisions, by my moves, by how much I'm driven by purpose or following my dreams or just traveling solo or traveling with a child. And I decided to open a box on my Instagram, and many of you gave me the answers. So I decided to create 10 special episodes that I'm going to call the Woman's Talk. Of course, men are invited, but just to give you a little hint of what these episodes are going to be about, I just brought my notebook to give you a little insight of what it's coming next. I'm going to be talking about, of course, today is about solo traveling and motherhood traveling, like traveling with a child, decision making, stepping out of our relationship, which seems to be the most interested one, being intentional, pursuing your dreams, living by purpose, standing with principles, being authentic, and of course, I will have a very special closing episode.
So her entire video was so boring. I mean, she's trying, guys. I'm gonna give it to her. She's trying. She's really, really trying to change and to be this, I don't know, attract perhaps a younger audience. She is not interested in the older people, the older audience anymore. Marwa, minions, the moms who used to super slap them and, send her money. I think after that old woman cursed her out, and she told her she opened up her legs and she enjoyed it with Marwa and tell the woman if she wants Marwa, she can have him. After that, she was done with all the old ladies because they are too much drama and they want to control her. So I do believe that she's trying to change herself to fit a different audience, a younger audience, an audience that can relate to her. People who go through the same crap, make the same mistakes like she did. We all make mistakes. I'm not going to sit here and pretend as if, I'm innocent. I've never made mistakes. I've never made any mistake like Rosio, okay? Never. And I would never. So that's what she's trying to do by changing how she present her videos and not showing the child in the video as well, because she knows once she shows the child, it's going to be Marwa people who comes over there and dictate to her and tell her what to do, and she is tired of it. So she's trying to change, even if she gets no views, because you really won't make a lot of money. But girl, I don't blame you. Okay, if you want to change and you say you can build your channel by yourself, then go ahead and just build this whole completely different audience, a younger audience. Y'all elderly people from Marwa's camp, Rosio is tired of you guys. So anyway, she talked about traveling and all that in her video. That was the main topic that she talked about today. And I'm listening to Rosio and I'm like, when did Rosio became a world traveler? Why is she speaking? Who is she giving world travel advice to? Rosio, where did you travel to? You left your home and you went to Mexico, okay, in search of a better life. That's what you said. And you started to sing in bars and dance in bars and stuff like that, allegedly, okay, and on the street corners. That's what we heard. I don't know. Where did you travel to, Rosio? Where? I think she made one trip while she was in Mexico to one of the close by places. I can't remember if it was Guatemala. I think it was Guatemala, but she went, you know, somewhere close by with a group of friends. But I don't know Rosio to be a traveler. Of course, she also talked about, oh, when I was younger, I went on a solo trip to America, and, you know, I went to California. And, you know, I was very intentional about it, and I knew what I wanted, and I wasn't scared. Rosio, you told us that story 100 million times. It was like a student exchange program that you came on. You didn't come to America as a tourist. Who are you fooling, girl? Stop. 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 Over and over. You told us that story 100 times, and you were a little bitty child when you did that. In your teens, I think you said. You were in school. So why are you telling this story to make it seem as if you came over by yourself and you were just, oh, I'm going to California to have vacation, a solo traveler, and then you went to, where else you went by yourself? Well, that was with the child when you went to London. And it was only because you were upset with Marwa and someone sponsored you to go to London. So stop sitting there pretending as if you are this world traveler. We're all free to make stories up in our head. Delulu. Rosio Cabrera Delulu. She also talked about, traveling with a child and all of that, and things that you need to do when you're traveling with a child, and people will help you, and how this man helped her. She talked about that story before. She had 2 bags on the baby, and this man said, don't worry, take it easy, beautiful princess, take it easy. I will take all your bags. I will protect you. I will carry all your bags and walk on the inside so they don't rob you, okay? She told that story, of course, when she was in London, and we're Belgium. So those are really the only two places she traveled to. She mentioned that when she was with Marwa, she got robbed, and sometimes you can be with a man and you can get robbed, but you can be solo and you will pay more attention when you are traveling solo and you will not get robbed. But when you're with a man, you become too relaxed and you depend on the man to protect you. I guess this is what she was trying to say. You become so relaxed when you're with a man because you are dependent on him to protect you, and he doesn't protect you, and you end up get stolen.
You know, when you are with a man that takes care of you, we kind of relax. That's how I got stolen with a man. I never got stolen by traveling alone. I got stolen while I was with a man. And that's because I got relaxed. But when you're solo, you cannot relax. You have to be all the time alert, taking care of yourself, because no one is taking care of yourself. You cannot put yourself in dangerous situations. You will have to say no multiple times when you feel like something's weird here.
Who remember the green blouse running down the road after her fake bag? And right after she lost that fake bag, she went and she got another one. And they stole something from her again in another spot, even after Marwa told her 100 times, Mom, be careful, Mom, walk on the inside. But she thought she was a model, okay? She's a runway Prada model, because that's what she always says she wants to be, a Prada model. Always on the runway, walking. And that's how she got stolen. It was her fault. It had nothing to do with, oh, it's because she was with someone and expected that person to protect her. And I kind of understand where she was coming from when she said that. I completely understand what she was saying. She felt a bit safe because she's with someone, versus if you're alone, you are checking your environment because you are literally alone. I guess that's what she was trying to say. I'm just exaggerating the point, okay? Don't come for me. So anyway, that was it for her, because honestly, she was pretty boring. And she came out with her unstoppable. Yeah. I'm like, whatever. I guess she's trying to hint to Marwa like, boy, you're not going to stop my shine. And he shouldn't. And I don't think he's trying to, you know. I don't think he's trying to. A lot of us start over at a late age in our lives. A lot of us had to start over, okay? So there is absolutely nothing wrong with her starting over. But being lazy and wanting it to come to you and thinking that YouTube is going to get it for you, it probably won't. I see her advertising shea butter stuff. I don't know what that was, if it's some sort of cream or what she was advertising. Because, listen, I don't know these people who send it to her. Well, some cream. Let me be correct. She was advertising some cream, and I remember her having that cream when she was in the villa. That cream was in the closet sitting there for a very long time, and she would not advertise that cream on her camera. She wouldn't on her channel. She wouldn't. Now suddenly she's advertising it. I guess she's desperate. I wonder how much this lady is paying her. By now that cream must be spoiled, Rosio. So stop lying to talk about, I put this so smooth and I put this on my skin and it is so smooth. Probably not. So we know you're lying. You didn't put that on your skin. If that's from a black person, you're most likely not going to use that on your skin, because we do have different skin texture. We know. And rightfully so. I couldn't blame you for not using it. I will believe you, Rosio, when you come out here and do a Lisa Hanna, okay? You need to stand in front of the camera in your bikini with the product in your hand and rub it all over your body like Lisa Hanna did when she advertised her Lisa Hanna lotion. Okay? Guys, I would post the Lisa Hanna clip here, but I think YouTube will ban me because Lisa came out in her bikini. Everything showing.
Skincare. It's hydrated cosmetic. This is actually a face and body serum that has mastic resin to help your body promote and open its own retinoid pathways. It has protected vitamin C size, so you can travel with it. You don't have to worry about customs taking it or immigration or TSA taking.
But anywho, y'all can go and buy the lotion or whatever, shea butter. I don't know what it was. But that was it for her. Basically, there was nothing much else that, you know, she spoke about that interests me, really. So I will leave her alone for now. See what else she comes up with. I do miss her as my niche though. Anyway, let's move on to Dee Wango, who I saw today in Marwa's villa, and then she headed over to her house to show her brand new place. She said it's the first time she's given a house tour. And I must say I saw Mat, and Mat looks really good. I was kind of surprised. I think she had just given him a bath yesterday or today this morning, so he looked really clean. He looked healthy. He does not look like he's suffering. I think the only biggest issue is the dog is locked away, and many people have issues with that. But I do think that they're feeding him well, because he looked nice and fat and clean and shiny. So anyway, she went to her villa, her humongous villa, and Pero was there with her. Of course, she said she was going to go alone, and then Pero was like, oh, I'm coming too. And he went behind her like a little puppy, because to me, he is her little puppy right now. Pero realized that Dee and her family has a lot of money, and he has to really kiss up to them right now until he can stand on his own 2 feet. Pero is after money. That's why Pero is with Dee Wango, and Dee Wango is after the passport. It's a similar thing that was happening with Rosio and Marwa, where Rosio was after money, thinking she was going to get, you know, rich through Marwa and become a lazy soft life wife. And Pero is thinking, listen, I'm not going to be the lazy husband. I'm going to try to make this YouTube thing work for me, where I can stand on my own 2 feet and also at the same time get some money out of this girl. It's the same thing, okay? Same thing. They always choose broke people to be with. So they went to the villa, and when they got there, Dee was kind of showing around and showing things around, and she was talking about, how big the place is and all of that. And she looked at Pero and she's like, "You like it, baby? Baby, you like it, baby? Baby, you like it?" And I just looked at his face, the little boy face, and he's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah." And he just looked so lost. Like, when you're talking to a little puppy dog, he just looks so lost and say, "Yeah, yeah."
Around like
And I just look at him and I'm like, useless man. Pero, you're a useless man, because there is no way you should have a woman who is the one building a house. You know what? I think he feels like he is a useless man, to be honest. After looking at his expression, look at his face and tell me if he doesn't feel like he's a useless man. Look at his face. Either that, or he's like full of jealousy, where he's like, why is it that she has all of this? Look at this. And you just stand there. You have no input, no nothing, not even a bag of cement. I have never heard Dee say, "This is what Pero donated." No tipper of sand. I heard her bragging about the sand that was there. It was some Jamaican woman who sent that tipper of sand for her. Your own man can't even buy you a tipper of sand or gravel. And that is the man you're going to have children with, and talk about, "Oh, I need to have this big space because I'm going to have a lot of children." Useless man. Merely having children with a man because you don't want black kids. Simple as that. So anyway, she was showing the place, and it looks nice, and her vision is nice. I'm going to say this, it looks nice. I like the bricks that she has there, and I do have an eye for nice things. I do. And if I tell you that I like the bricks, I like the bricks. I'm not here pretending, okay? It's something that looks different versus just putting up white walls like Marwa. I don't know if she's going to paint them. I would rather not paint them and just leave them raw, just polish them. But I don't know. Anyway, the place is huge and it looks nice. And her vision and what she wants, the humongous pool and the this and the that and everything she wants is big, big, big. According to her, she's going to have a lot of children, and she wants all her children to each have their own room. No child should be sharing the same room with another child. Girl, I hope you took the bush medicine from Conrad's mom. I hope, girl, because you will be mighty disappointed if when that time comes, you can't have all them 10 children, just like how Marwa wants 10 and he can't have them. You will be mighty disappointed, Dee. So I hope you're taking all the bush medicine that you can. Anyway, she said something that sparked my interest, and she said a lot of people have been sending her emails to tell her that her house is too big and why she's wasting money on a big house, and they had big houses and end up regretting it. And I'm going to say this, yes, a lot of people. There are a lot of people out there, I'm not saying everyone, there are a lot of people out there who build huge houses, and they regret it because after a while, say after 10 years, it starts needing repairs and more repairs, and you realize that it's money going out of your pocket 24/7. Also, after kids grow up, sometimes they don't want to be bothered to be in the parents' house. They're gone. But maybe her culture is different, so we have to be understanding and think that it's an African culture. People are always in. You look at Marwa house. His house is always full of people. Stray people walk in. So perhaps she's also going to have an open house where a bunch of stray people can just come in her yard, come in her house, come use her pool and all, and it's going to benefit them. So maybe that's why she wants a big house. Who knows? But on the other hand, I can completely understand what people are saying, that yes, it's a waste of money, it's a waste investment, completely waste of money. But that is what she wants. Okay? She wants to waste her money. She said so. She says it's your choice. If you choose a little bitty house, that is your business. And you also have to understand that you can't compare yourself to Marwa and Dee Wango. You can't compare yourself in the West. The people in the West who are sending her these emails, stop comparing yourself to those people, because if you realize that you can't go on the internet and tell people that, oh, support me with a tipper of sand, support me with some blocks, support me with steel, I need to build this, I need to fix this, look at that big hole right there. Come here, sir. How much does it cost? Tell me, just tell me how much this costs on camera so people can hear, and within minutes they get the money to fix those things. So your experience will not be the same as Dee Wango and I Am Marwa's experience. They are getting free money. People are building them these mansions, okay? Half the time it's not out of their pocket. If 10 people send 10 tippers of sand, that could build their houses, okay? I'm telling you.
Mara or Uncle David Jr. When they come for, when it's winter in Poland, they can come here for vacation. It's summer. Dream big.
Dreamt big of being with a man, a very rich man with a Lamborghini. And she ended up with a small potato broke man from a poor country in Europe. Okay, who's going to remind her? So darling, we can dream all big as we want, but sometimes we don't get that big dream, okay? You got lucky because of YouTube and because of donations. So count your blessings and shut up, okay? So stop comparing yourself to them. It's completely different. So Dee is right to curse you all out. When things start to fall apart, the subscribers will fix it. It's not coming out of Dee Wango's pocket. It's not. Her fans will fix these things for her. Her fans are helping her to build this mansion that she's going to show off on them with, okay? So leave her alone, let her build her mansion. That's just how some people are. People build homes, some people. And I realize that there are Jamaicans who does this too. When you're landing in Montego Bay and you look at the houses, and many of them are unfinished houses, huge, humongous homes. And a lot of people build homes just for show. It's for nothing other than to show. Especially if your neighbor has a big house, you need to get a big house as well. Because if you don't get a big house, you will be the laughing stock of the neighborhood. So we all know Dee house is for show, because she needs to show everyone, especially reactors, that she has a huge house. And we're sitting right here in our little one-room studio in the West. That's what I was told. Somebody tell me, get out of your studio and go outside. I live in this is it. My bed is right there. I am looking at my bed. That's what they said. Okay? So let's not compare ourselves to them. Anyway, that's enough of her. There's not much to talk about her. Her man was in Tanzania, or Tanzania, however you pronounced it. And I realized that in Tanzania, they are not, something that piqued my interest. I realized the people there, you know how in Kenya, people seem like Muzungu, they go crazy for Muzungu. And I'm saying in the village, because I don't know the rest. I think in Nairobi too, I've seen it, where they go crazy for Muzungu. Yes, I've seen it. So y'all don't come for me. There are some people, I've seen many videos where they just even follow these people around and say, Muzungu. And I'm like, why? In Tanzania, it seems, from what I'm looking at on Pero's video, it seems like nobody cared that he was a Mzungu, and he looked like he was disappointed. No one was interested in having a conversation with him. He even went to buy beer, the drunkard. Yes, the drunkard. Dee, your husband is an alcoholic. That's all he knows to do is drink rum. And play with dogs. That is it. Useless. So he went to buy beer, and the girl, listen, she looked like she couldn't, I don't know, maybe the sight of him, I don't know what it is, or if it's nasty attitude, if that's how they are in that area, I don't know. But I was so disappointed with this video, and I can tell you this, if that was me, I would have told her, that's okay, I don't need to buy anything from you. No. Maybe she was upset because he came with the camera and she was sleeping on the couch in the shop and he recorded it. And she was not happy, and he told her he wanted beer, and her attitude, like she was stink attitude. She finally gave them the beer. He literally had to beg her, can you open these please? And she went where she was laying. She was laying on top of the opener. And she picked it up. I would have walked away. I'm sorry. Picked it up, opened the beers. And then, I don't know, a quarrel started with her and one of the guys, because it was Uncle Mo and another guy and Pero together. And in their language, she was saying something. She was very upset, and Pero backed away with the camera to the corner. So I think it was about the camera. I can't think what else was it, because they came to support her, to buy stuff from her. So I can't think that's what upset her. I'm thinking it's because the camera was literally pointing at her. But you know, that's the only thing that he did. He went there and nobody cared about him and all of that. He was just like another normal person, and that's the only difference that I see between him being there and him being in Kenya, where little children and adults are running behind him to touch him and touch his hair and all of that, and want to be his friend. Anyway, let's move on to I Am Marwa. Enough of those two. Let's move on to I Am Marwa video that he did today, and it was very interesting. Of course, he was wearing his Jamaican shirt, and we know whenever he's wearing his Jamaican shirt, it's time to beg. No, we want money. Okay, I need to build a bridge, I need to build everything, I need this, I need that. Support, and that's exactly what he did at the end of the video. He asked them to support him. He was begging for money. But anyway, there was a conversation that caught my interest, and this conversation was with Brother Doggy, and I've seen stuff trending a lot on this space, talking about how Brother Doggy, you want to know what we call Doggy where I'm from? Hey! It's funny me saying Brother Doggy. Is it Doggy or Doggy? Anywho. It's funny. Anyway, he was having a conversation with Brother Doggy, and he asked him why he was arrested, and then Brother Doggy explained that it was because they crossed over without papers, which I heard people talking about something else, saying that it was for prostitution and other things. I don't know, you know, what that was about. But anyway, he said that they were spending a lot of money in a restaurant, and somebody kind of tipped them off and called the police on them and all of that, and the police arrested them, and it was basically a shakedown because the police wanted a lot of money from them. He was basically telling Marwa that these cops arrested me because they want a lot of money. And Marwa was like, oh my God, no. Really? Oh my God, that is terrible. That is terrible. And I'm just thinking to my mind, listen to this dude. Listen to this man who does this to the villagers all the time. So anyway, Doggy said they eventually got the money, and it was a whole lot of money, like $800 US that they had to give to the police. And Marwa said to Doggy, you know, I know some of those cops. They come here all the time. The Tanzania cops, I know them. The ones from, you know, this area as well, they come to my house all the time. So
these policemen,
Yeah.
you know what they get? It's little.
Yeah.
So when they get a chance to get something from someone,
Okay.
you will cry.
For how
Even
long?
Navy came.
Yeah.
They came with Mayugno with 50,000.
Yeah.
They refused. So until we added another money on top of that. So they knew these people
Have money.
They have money. They can't go without the car.
Okay.
Yes. So what we will demand them
That
to
was
give-
your car.
Yeah.
Tanzania police, that's not fair. If you are a boss, you know me, sometimes they visit me in my home.
Yeah.
Tanzania police, actually, the boss is this side.
Yes.
Sometimes they join with these bosses here and they come and visit me.
Yeah.
So I know some of the bosses on the other side.
He was basically telling Doggy that he has these cops in his pocket. But that is not a surprise to us because we already know this. We already know this, that Marwa has the cops in his pocket. And he can call them at any time to say, I need someone arrested. And you can get money out of this person. So come and come now.
I think we can do better, given that we are all black people.
Marwa was highly upset that Doggy had to pay $800. He said black people don't like each other and we shake people down. He said that they shake people down, arrest people for nothing. He said we need to push the idea of loving each other, because if that was a white person, they would not have done that if it was a white person, but because it's a black person and we are neighbors, and neighbors need to live lovingly.
So brother, he was arrested in Tanzania, and just because he was Kenyan, they demanded a lot of money from them, close to $800. Them being Kenyans, they are treated like aliens, and then they have to pay and all that. We black people, we have a long way to go. I always think also that we need to really push the idea of loving each other, because we miss that a lot. Me, I never see people like Tanzania, Burundi, or I don't know who, Ethiopia. Me, actually, I never even judge people. Even if you are white, I'm very open to the idea that you are just human.
And I'm like, look at this hypocrite. Listen to you, Marwa. You are nothing but a hypocrite. You just arrested an underage girl, had her sleep in jail, had the police shake her down and take money from her family. And you're going to tell me you looked at that little girl. She said so herself. You looked at that little girl and said you didn't know her. When the cops asked you if you knew her, you said no. Throw her in jail. And then you have the nerve to come on camera to talk about the police. People, neighbors need to live better, and the police were wrong to arrest Doggy and shake him down for $800. You are wicked. You are a wicked man and a liar, a snake, a wicked lying snake. That's what you are, because you do the very same thing to those people in that village. The very same thing that happened to Brother Doggy happened a lot to the people in the village, because you run and call these police knowing that all they want is money. Come on. Come on. Terrible, man. That's terrible. Unbelievable. Like, I couldn't believe that was coming out of Marwa's mouth, because I'm like, that's evil, dude. You just arrested somebody. So how could you say this? Tell me what you guys think in the comment section, and like the video. Don't let me waste my time today. Like the video. Anyway, he was out with his dogs, and the dogs were all over him, scratching him. And, he was complaining and stuff and beating the dogs with a stick. Imagine, when he's off camera, he probably beat those dogs blue. That's why they're always jumping on him. One of these days, they're going to bite him, because he was showing his arms, how they scratch him all over and hurt him and stuff like that. Then he talked about how people want to steal his dogs. Anyway, Marwa also was bragging about how he made over 1 million views on social media, showing the house that the people were moving, like the poor people, they had to move from one land to a next, and so they had to move the house as well. And Marwa went there with his camera, was videotaping them and laughing at them, and he posted the video on Instagram, and the video made over 1 million views. And so he was, oh my God, over the moon about that. Oh my God, I went viral for posting this. But what those people don't know who are watching this video is that right next door, Marwa lives in a mansion, while there are people suffering who lives right next door to him. The people who are watching this man laugh at these poor people, They don't realize this. But I'm going to repost that video and tell them how Marwa is a rich man bragging 24/7 about horses, mansions, cars, you name it, and being a millionaire, while he walked over to videotape those people, watch them and laugh at them, knowing that they're very poor. Now Marwa claimed that they were poor, but yet he has never seen anything like this in his life. But yet he came from a poor humble beginning, or a poor background, but yet he says he has never seen anything like this in his life. Now that should tell you that those are poor people. Marwa didn't grow up poor. It was all a lie to get sympathy for donations. At the end, he was begging 1 million bags of cement. He was begging for steel. He was begging for things to fix the bridge. He was telling people support him because he needs the support. Are you supporting your child? Are you supporting Mototo Marwa? You're begging every single day on these streets. Are you sending some of this beggar's money to Argentina? Somebody said Rosio is getting help from the government. It doesn't matter. That is his child. It doesn't matter. Anyway, in his previous video where he spoke about, you know, gifting land, of course Marwa does this because he wants people to think he's such a good person. I'm gifting, oh my God, I'm gifting land to this person, that person, and the next person. All while it wasn't a gift. And many reactors already covered that, so I am not going to go over that again. It was not a gift. Okay? We all know that it was not a gift. It was a trade. And whenever Daniel is kicked out of that villa, he will be kicked off that land as well. So Daniel, you can stay right there and be a fool. Start building, because that's what you're told to do. You need to come out here and beg, because that's what Marwa teaches people to do. Just beg, 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 beg. Like, you guys are not never tired of the begging. This is, man, look here. You all give Africa a bad name, because no one is going to say this is Nyabohanse village or this is Kenya. All they're seeing, people in the West, when they think Africa is just one big country. They don't think of it as a continent. And when they see someone from Africa begging or scamming, so he's just making some bad names non-stop for the continent of Africa. He is, whether we want to like it or not, he is. He is. Non-stop begging. Marwa is a compulsive beggar. He cannot help it. He can't help it. And he will forever be a beggar. Marwa says he wants about 50 horses. Imagine having 50 horses. 50. 30 or 50. Something like that. I don't want to be wrong. But it was a huge number. Who is going to take care of those horses? Donators? That's who. Anyway, guys, I want to thank each and every one of you for supporting my channel. Don't forget to smash that like button. I'm wearing my glasses today because of Rosio, okay? Smash that like button. Leave your comments in the comment section. Keep the comments going. Tell me what you think about what Marwa said regarding, you know, the Tanzanian police arresting Brother Doggy. The hypocritical conversation that he had, because I can't believe those words came out of his mouth. I'm still baffled by it. Tell me what you think about Dee Wango showing her, you know, luxury, humongous villa, and Pero just standing there, bebe, bebe, nodding his head like a little puppy. And tell me what you think about everything else, okay? Leave your comments in the comment section, and I appreciate every one of you. Subscribe to the channel if the content interests you, and I will talk to you soon. Ta-ta.